what we did is to say that the process of primitive accumulation, the violence that goes into it, is an ongoing process. Whenever capitalism enters into a crisis, there is a period of primitive accumulation, because the crises are usually the result of efforts by the working class and successful efforts to reduce the commodification of their lives. And as a consequence, the new enclosures are forever, as long as capitalism exists, there's always a moment of primitive accumulation to deal with the crisis. So what we're saying, and we use these terms to harken back to the earlier phase of capitalism, and to say that capitalism never loses its youth, you might say.
There's a new understanding that coloniality, racism, sexism are not, then it's not like what is the relation with the class struggle, which has been the traditional conception, right? As if they were outside of it, as if they had nothing to do with exploitation of labor and were something else, right? And now that in fact coloniality, for example, as an essential structural dimension of capitalism, or racism being and unpaid labor, slave labor, forced labor being all essential structural element of capitalism.
I know that there are very fine militants who are taking up, let's say, the terminology of a New Deal. But we must remember that the old New Deal was never a victory of the proletariat. I would like to just point out that a deal in US language is an effort to make an agreement that is somewhat suspicious. I have a deal for you means someone is going to give you something that is somewhat questionable.
What is being exchanged? What is that is being exchanged, right, in the deal?
Yeah. So if anyone offers you a deal in New York, you better be careful. See what I mean?
Yeah, for instance, what is the Green New Deal? I mean, for example, what are the green? We know that across the Latin American continent there is a tremendous struggle against the, new forms of green energy, the aeolic plants and so on. Presumably all is clean, but actually they require a tremendous amount of electricity and displacement. Like we know in Mexico, for instance, huge amount of struggle against the creation of these territories full of aeolic plants, because they are displacing people, they are destroying animals, they are destroying croplands, and so what is, and same thing with the green gasoline. I know in Brazil, for instance, a lot with the green as in Africa, thousands of hectares of land being expropriated in order to create the green plant elephant grass for the green gasoline. So we have to be very, very careful, particularly when the Green New Deal is supposed to create these new economies that are still capitalist economies.